whatever I understood, it's great.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. So whatever modification changes uh, will go in a working directory, right? And once changes is done and wants to commit, then that will go to staging part.
No, once you add, they go to staging area.
Okay, so once we commit, after that they go to staging, right?
Once you add, it goes to staging. Then you commit, it goes to local repository.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Preeti, one more question.
Yes, please, Avinash, tell me.
So we have the file in the local repository, and last time we have seen that we have deleted the file. So when we deleted the file, so it will come back to the staging area, right? Again, from there we need to commit it so that the file gets deleted from the local repository.
Means the deletion, whatever you have done git rm, it happens on staging area. Means your change, your deletion or whatever, it happens in the staging area. So that's why you are committing it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right, then let's begin. Can you all see the screen, the presentation? Always this architectural diagram you should refer to whenever we were moving the changes. You should always refer to this architectural diagram to confirm your concepts, your understanding. Okay, this is what you should refer to. All right, coming back here, we have discussed few things yesterday, right? Like we have discussed about adding to staging area, then committing the changes, and then we have seen about the RM command. So today, let us proceed to few more things, like few other interesting concepts, and today we'll getting into more in-depth concepts. Okay, yesterday we have looked into the basics. Today, let's proceed into the more in-depth concepts. Yeah. Give me a second. All right. We have seen many things yesterday. Today, let's talk about another interesting thing. See, I'm going to create a new file to show this new command. Okay, I'm going to create a new file. Let's say file4.txt, a dummy line, a new text file for editing or for demo, whatever. Okay, now where is this file? Just a quick recap. I have created a file, and is this file in working directory or staging area or local repository?
Working directory.
Working directory, right? So I would like to add this. Before that, let's see status. What would be the status message showing us now?
Untracked.
Untracked, because it's a new file. Exactly. It will show as a new untracked because it's a new file. It's not there in the staging. So let us add this to staging. Git add file 4. Okay, now what would be the status message showing us?
To be committed.
To be committed, right? Changes to be committed means unstaged. Staged. To be committed means it's in the staging area. It's a stage. So we would do git commit -m new file or whatever. Done. So commit will create a commit ID, and yes, everything is committed. The working tree is clean. Fine. Now this file is committed. I'm going to make some changes. Okay, now tell me, this file 4 is having staged changes or not? Or is it having unstaged changes? What type of changes this file is having?
Unstaged.
Git status not staged, right? Means it's having some unstaged changes. So to see the unstaged changes, there is a command called git diff file name, file 4. It will show you the unstaged changes, right? It is showing you the unstaged changes, right? Means your file is listed under git diff, means it's having unstaged changes. What I'll do is, okay, fine, because it's having unstaged, I'll stage it with the add command, done. Now tell me, is this file having any unstaged changes now? Is it having unstaged changes? Obviously, no unstaged changes, right? So, see, it was showing blank. Fine. Is it having staged changes? Is this file having staged changes?
Yes.
Yeah, it is having. So, how do you see the staged changes? Git diff staged flag will show you staged changes. Yes, some changes were in the staging area. Okay, fine. Some changes were in staging area. Keep this noted. Okay, fine. Now I'm making again some other change. Now tell me, is this file having staged, unstaged changes or not?
Yeah, unstaged.
Third line is unstaged. So also tell me, is this file having staged changes or not? Staged means which are in staging area, not in local repository.
Yes.
Second line is staged, isn't it? Third line is unstaged, second line is staged. So to see the unstaged changes, right? You can see the third line, and to see the staged changes means this file is having some changes staged, some changes unstaged. Am I correct? Yeah. So that is possible, quite possible. It's simple logic. We have made some changes, added to staging area, and then we made some more changes. We did not add it to staging area. Right? Some changes were staged and unstaged changes. It's simple logic. It's quite possible. And at this point of time, if you do the status, see the same file, file 4 is shown under changes to be committed. Changes to be committed means staged or unstaged changes. Isn't it? Changes not staged means unstaged. Means the same file is shown under both staged and unstaged. Don't get confused. Simple logic, that's quite possible. Again, like you need to, if you are clear with the concepts, you can understand this. Yeah, you need to get clarity. You should not get confused when you see the same file as such. If they want to check the Git concepts in depth, this could be a tricky question. Can we have the same file under both staged and unstaged? Yes, it's quite possible. All these commands were there on the Google Drive, Vamsi. Once you register, you will get the access. All the registered students have got access to this Google Drive. Okay, so yeah, the same file is having both staged and unstaged. If you want to add them, what you have to do? Like if you want to stage them, git add, right? If you want to commit them, git commit. So I can also do it all of them together, like git commit -a -m, edits done, whatever, right? That's all. Just want to show you this tricky scenario. Any questions or confusions in this? Is the scenario clear for all? Appreciate your quick response. If it's not clear also, you can speak up. If you want to repeat or understand anything not clear also, you can respond. So
When we do git diff and git diff -hyphen staged, and what do we have to see from the output? There are so many lines showing in the output.
yeah, you will see which changes were staged or which changes were unstaged. When you do git diff, you will see the staged changes. Output is like it is giving you some verbose or text, means you will see that there were staged changes. Now you don't have anything. Everything is committed. It will give you verbose indicates that some changes were staged. It has got staged changes or unstaged changes accordingly. Verbose may not show you the exact lines, but it is giving you the verbose means it has got staged and unstaged changes.
Okay.
In real time, how could we find exactly the changes have made in the file?
Git status command will tell you the changes, right? Git status
For
command will
example,
tell you.
here we have one,
Mm.
2, 3 lines.
Mm.
Each and every time we are adding one line.
Mm.
If we have updated or modified the second line,
Mm.
how we know it has been updated in second line?
See, if it is in the local repository, you can check this way. Git log one line. Okay. What changes, committed changes, you can see clearly. Git commit, git show that particular commit ID, first 6 characters. This way you will see committed changes. Okay. Staged or unstaged changes, you can see through the status, or else this is all local repository. If you remember, we were doing on local. So you know what changes you have done. Exact commands, exact lines, it may not show you, but you can see what changes I've done here. See, it was showing you these were all the lines that were committed. Commit command, I mean, show of the commit ID. Show, git show, commit ID will show you exact comments committed. Other changes were staged or unstaged.
So we are not clear what exactly updated in that file.
What exactly means staged or unstaged? Staged or unstaged changes, you may not have clear view. You will still see here with the plus and all. It may not be showing you clearly which was staged and unstaged diff commands, but you will see the verbose means it is having staged or unstaged changes. Committed changes you will see here.
In the same example, please update second line, new edits. Could you please add something here and show it to me as example?
That's
For
what we
demo.
did some time back. Have you just joined? Anyway, I have added a line here.
Yeah.
So is it having staged changes or unstaged changes?
I think it's unstaged changes.
Git diff file 4, right? So it was also showing you new edits. Actually, that's old line that was deleted and this was added. It will show you, but it may not be as clear as you see the committed changes. It is showing you from the beginning, but not as clear or exactly pointing you that stage or unstaged. It was saying the earlier Git new edits that was deleted and this is the line added. Let me add the same. Git add file 4. Okay. Now it is having staged changes, right? It's not having any unstaged changes. So git diff is, it was not showing anything. We don't rely on this to check the exact content, but to see whether it is having staged or unstaged, we can use it, right? The same thing was staged, right? So the same thing was shown here. Got it now? We don't rely to check the exact content through diff commands because see here 1 line or 2 lines with plus or minus, you may be seeing it. But what if your file is so huge? This command is not to check the exact content, but to check whether it has stage changes or not. That's all. It's not about checking a line by line or the content. Got the point, everyone? Any questions here? So that's about the diff part, right? Diff commands help you to check this. And yesterday we also have seen RM command, right? Let me show you again. Before that, I'm just committing the changes. Git commit -a -m. Let's say file edits or whatever. Git. Okay.
Yeah, Preeti, yesterday we have done that file memo. We just entered like the commit changes for the and we just entered the file name. But when I tried it in my laptop, it was not working for me.
Can you send a
Like when we try to,
screenshot of what is that error?
yeah, I will
See, if you
share
are
you after
stuck
this call.
up, please send a screenshot in the WhatsApp, okay, so that we can see and understand what you are saying exactly, and we can help you better, right? Share the screenshot.
Yeah, when I
please.
try to add that, yeah, when I try to add that file, then it's coming like in something error.
What is that error?
Yeah, I will share that.
Sure,
I'll share
sure.
it
Right.
with you.
All right. So we have seen diff commands, we have seen add and delete. Let us do one thing. Again, I'm doing this one I have done yesterday. Suppose I'm deleting this. Okay, git file 4, git rm file 4. Okay, file is gone. And if you see the status, and if you see the status, the changes will be in the staging area. You can commit the changes. Git commit -m file deleted. Okay, done. So file 4 is gone. Right, this is one way of deleting the file. One way of deleting the file, right? Let's suppose I want to delete the file from the repository, but I still want to keep it in my directory. See, this is the folder, right? Git demo is my project folder. Let's suppose there might be some files which I don't want to put it in the repository. Maybe it's a draft, or it was like a test copy, or it's a document, whatever it is. I want to keep it in the repository or in this directory, but I don't want to keep it in the local repository. Maybe by mistake I have added. Let's suppose this file to by mistake I have added. I just want to remove it from local repository. So it's there in the local repository. I want to delete only from local repository, not from the working directory. So git rm cache file 2. What if you do simply rm? Let me run this and you tell me the difference between rm and rm cache. Okay, so I have deleted this file, and if I do git ls files, it's no more in the local repository or in the staging area, right? Now, if I do status, right, it says changes to be committed. You made some changes, commit the changes. Okay, fine. Like the deletion is happening in the staging area. So git commit -m, another file deleted, whatever. Okay, so done. Now, let me do status again. Why it was still showing file 2 as untracked? Why I am seeing this? And why is this file here? Got the difference
It is
between
not.
RM and RM cache? Tell me, please.
The file is in Git demo folder, but it is not staged. It is in working
Yeah.
directory.
It is like again like a new file, right? Whenever you created it for the first time, it would be showing like untracked. It will keep on following up to add it, right? Because this Git demo is a local repository, it's having .git folder. It's a local repository, means it will track whatever present in this folder. So I'm having file 2, but it's not there in local repository. It will keep on bothering us. It will keep on asking me to add. I don't want to delete it. I want to keep it in my folder because it's some important document or some notes or some test file, whatever it is. But I don't want to keep it in local, so I have removed it. But Git is keep on bothering me about this file. So in real practice, there might be some log files in the project, in the folder. There might be some executable files. There might be some documentation. There might be your personal notes, or else like there might be some files which you want to have it, but you don't want Git to track it. I don't want Git to track this file, but still I want to have this file in the directory. Not only this, if you talk about our Terraform projects, we are going to create Terraform folders or Ansible projects and all. There might be some files which will have sensitive data. Particularly, I'm giving an example. We did not go or cover those concepts, just an example. In Terraform, there'll be something called state files, which will have exact state of the infrastructure. Okay, this is very sensitive and confidential data. You can't push them, or you can't put them on your Git repositories, share it with others, right? But still, that file is very important. It should be there in the folder. Means I want to have many files, or else whatever files I may have. I don't want Git to track everything. I want to control, or I want to tell Git not to version control, not to track certain files. How to do that? Yeah, understood the point. I don't want Git to track this file. Like in real projects, like in Terraform, we are going to see, we are learning the concepts now. We will be implementing all these Git concepts on our Terraform repositories, Kubernetes files and all. So just an example I'm giving. So there might be some files which will have sensitive data. I don't want Git to track them. Is it possible? Can I tell Git not to version control, not to track certain files? How to do that? That is possible through a file called .gitignore. Okay, create a file called .gitignore. It's again a hidden file. You can create it like .gitignore. Now, whichever files you don't want Git to control, put that file name, right? And save that file. Okay, once it is done, do you see it is grayed out? Automatically file 2 is grayed out. And if you check the status, see, it's no more bothering about file 2. It's no more talking. It's no more tracking file 2. Got it? But yes, .gitignore is also, after all, another file. Like you added any files, git add .gitignore, right? And commit -m ignore file added. Whatever. Right now it's perfect. Now if you do status, file 2 is still there in this folder, in this project, but Git is not version controlling it. Git is not bothered about it. You can see here, it's not in the repository. Git ls files will show the files in the local repository. It's not there. File 2 is no more. Got it clear, everyone? Understood? Yeah. So whatever files you don't want to version control, generally we will use it for log files or executables, or else, like I said, there might be some hidden files or sensitive files which will have sensitive data. All of them you can do this way. Also, if there are multiple files, let's suppose there were so many files with the extension .log, I want Git to ignore all of them. Star.log, right? You can use wild character. Star means anything that have extension .log will be ignored, right? You can use wild characters to put multiple files or folders and so on. That's about .gitignore. Got it, everyone? We will see practically, we'll use it for Terraform projects. In Ansible also we'll use it. We'll go through them. Any questions on gitignore? All right. So now that we have used gitignore and we made a bunch of comments, let's check the commit history. A brief commit history with a one-line flag. So yes, see, by now I have done some 10 or a bunch of commits, right? Still remember, we were still on local repository. We did not go to remote yet. We were here. Now, let's suppose, okay, these changes are confined for me. Now I just realize I want to undo a commit. What is meant by undo? What is the dictionary meaning of undo? Reversing, right? Let's suppose you have created a file, means undo means file will be deleted. Or else if you have deleted a file, undo means it would be created back, correct? Like you are reversing the things. Similarly, you can undo any particular commit ID, right? You undo means whatever changes happened in that commit ID will be lost or will be discarded, right? And also, if you remember, whenever you do commit, a commit ID, this ID is generated, right? Similarly, whenever you undo also, commit ID will be generated. Let's suppose there is a commit ID called A. I can't refer this entire ID E9F426. So I'm just referring it as A. Okay. I want to undo. Whenever you undo is called revert in Git. Okay. So if you revert, yes, the changes will be discarded and another commit ID will be generated. Let's suppose it's B, right? Then again you can undo this. So another commit ID will be generated when you undo again, when you reverse, which would be the commit C. But C and A would be the same, isn't it? Got the logic? Means let's suppose in commit A you created a file, okay? You reverted it. So it created new ID B, so the file is deleted. Again you reverted this B. So another commit ID or another ID got generated which is C, but in this C your file will be back. That's what I mean, A and C are at the same state. Correct? Got this logic, everyone? So let us see reverting. I am going to revert these changes. Okay, how do you undo? Simply git revert this commit ID, right? So whatever changes happened in this commit E9F4, actually their ignore file is created. So ignore file will be gone, right? Whenever you revert, a commit ID will be generated as well. Here also new commit ID will be generated. Means revert also works like a commit. Let me show you. See, it's asking for some revert message, like you provide commit message, you may provide a revert message, like revert, ignore file, whatever, and save it. See, this is actually a Vim editor. Vim editor is an editor in Linux in the bash environment. Okay, how do you save it? Once you make changes, escape. Okay, escape colon. When you give escape colon at the bottom, it will be typing, and you should give WQ exclamation. That's how you save the file with the Vim editor. A little practice again, like you have notepads in Windows, that's an editor in Linux environment or bash environment. Just save it. Your commit message will be saved. Now if you see the log, see, you got the new ID generated, like I said. Do you see that? Right? This is the message I have given. And at the back end, ignore file is gone. And file 2 is being tracked again. Do git status. Right? Can you see git status? Yeah. Again, file 2 is being tracked. Why file 2 is tracking again? Why it is being tracked again?
Reverted.
It is unstaged.
Because ignore file is gone, right? Ignore file is gone, so it's been tracked again as we reverted. Let's suppose I want to get the ignore file back. I can revert this. Yeah, I got this commit ID. I'll revert this again. Git revert. Right, enter. Okay, I have reverted. What did I revert? Okay, git status. Git revert. 1 minute. Git log. Okay, git revert this particular ID. Okay, it will open the editor again. I want to type something means escape I. If you want to type something, go to escape I in the insert mode. At the bottom, you should see insert. Escape I will take you to the insert mode so that you can edit this. I would like to put the message as revert again. Okay, edit this, put a proper message. Again, escape, insert is gone, means it's called command mode. A colon, WQ, exclamatory symbol. We'll save it. Now, if you see the log, it might have generated another ID, right? And at the back end, you can see ignore file is back. And if you see the status, file 2 will not be tagged anymore. Got it, everyone? So that's how that's how revert works. Revert means undoing the changes. You are undoing the changes happened there, right? Got the concept?
Yeah, ma'am.
Log
This is in
IDs are
regards to
different.
git ignore.
Come again, please.
Ma'am, this is in regards to git ignore. Git ignore is something that we are going to create a folder in our project directory that is .git ignore, and we are going to keep all those files which we don't want to take them into the local repository, but we want to keep them into the working area, isn't it?
You want to, whichever files you don't want to version control, you'll place that sorry. You place those file names in the git ignore.
Okay.
Yes, correct. This file is there in working directory, but you don't want Git to track it. So you'll put here. Otherwise, it will ask us to add and commit the files, right? When you push, it goes to remote. So we don't want to do that. I just want to ignore those files.
Ma'am, Git will be tracking only those files which are which were taken to the staging area.
Yes, yeah. See, Git will track. Git knows there are files. That's what we discussed, right? Git knows. That's why it was saying it is untracked. Git know there is a file, but it will not track or version control. So you have to put it in the staging area and to local repository.
And also one more question, when we execute git show and commit ID, so does that show what are the changes that we have committed exactly?
Yes, in that commit ID, what changes were committed in that particular commit ID, it will show.
Okay.
Let us analyze the difference between revert, okay, and commit. Both are almost same, okay, both will generate a commit ID. Both are same. You call it as revert because both will generate an ID, and revert will take a commit ID and it will revert whatever changes happened. Right, both will generate a commit ID. Whenever a commit ID is generated, you can always revert it, undo the changes. Right, this is about revert. There is another interesting concept which would be which would sound similar to revert. Let me show you. Git log one line. Okay, see, there were some bunch of commits. Okay, this is my local repository. I'm working for some requirement. I realized that I don't need a bunch of commits here. Let's say top 5 commits I don't need, or else top 7 commits I don't need. Right? Means successive commits I want to get rid of. I want to discard successive commits from the commit history. Right? How to do that? Also, you can see that the topmost commit is called head. Means head is a pointer in Git or else a marker in Git. Okay, head in a head means it will be pointing to the topmost commit. Right now, I want to get rid of successive 5 commits. Means head pointer will be pointing to this because this becomes the topmost commit. How to do that? Yeah, that's where comes something called git reset. Git reset. Let's say I want to get rid of successive 3 commits. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then head will be pointing to this commit, right? So you can put that commit ID, whichever will be pointed by Git. Above commits, whichever are there above this, all these 3 will be discarded or will be gone. Discarded and gone. See the difference. First 3 were gone. 3DCB1 has become the head pointer. That became the topmost. These 3 commits are gone means whatever changes happened in those commits were gone. Also, those commit IDs were wiped off from the history. You can't get them back. Changes gone are gone forever. You can't get them back because
you can revert it, madam?
You can't revert it. Changes gone are gone forever. That's why reset is called as a destructive command, very powerful command. You can't use it on regular basis, just do revert. No. If you are very sure you don't need them at all, then no need to maintain their history also, then you can do reset. It's not a regular basis command. It's a very powerful and it's called destructive command. Should be very careful with this. That is one way to do reset. Another way is, let's suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to get rid of these 4. Means this will be the head pointer. I should give this ID here. Or else you can do head tilde 4. 4 means all these 4 will be gone. This is another way. Either you put this 7A26 here or else you say head 4. Okay, head tilde 4. Both are same. Git reset. Sorry, I'm just doing reset. Actually, you should do git reset hard is a command. Okay, now if you see the log, yeah, I have done twice, right? Here is one time and the other one is here. So where were we? Yes, we were here. This became the head pointer. This is called git reset, very powerful and destructive command. It sounds similar to revert, but it's quite different. What are the differences between revert and reset? This is again important from the point of interview as well. Like, what is the difference? Revert will always generate a new commit ID, isn't it? But reset will not do. That's a problem. If it is not generating an ID, you can't revert it, right? Because revert is generating an ID, you can again revert it with that ID. Am I making sense? Like we did for git ignore. Please respond and let's have interactive sessions. Let's communicate. Let's have two-way communication. Yeah. Revert will generate an ID. It is safe, right? This is the one you can use. This is safe, but this is very carefully you should do, or else I can say it's dangerous, right? You should be very clear when you are doing reset. So if you revert, yes, you can again get the changes back, but here you can't get the changes back. And they are wiped off from the commit history completely. But that's not the, I mean, in the reset, yes, they are wiped off from the commit history permanently, but that's not the case with revert. Also, another important difference is you can revert any random commit ID. Isn't it? Any ID you can take and revert, but reset is successive commits only, like successive 4, successive 3 top commits, latest successive commits you can reset. Right? So those are the differences. You can also have a running notes or take a screenshot of it for quick revision during your interview and all. Those are the differences between revert and reset. Right?
One quick question in reset, let's say we have a 10 commits, 1 to 10. So you mean to say when you say successive, so which means in randomly in between we cannot reset, right? So
Correct.
out of 10, maybe 6 to 7 I want to reset. So that is not possible.
Not 6 to 7. Top, from top, like 1 to 5, top 5, top 4, top 6. Not in between 2 to 3 or 3. These two you can't reset. Okay, you can reset from top successive, like top 3, latest or top, whatever you call it. Latest 3 successive commits or latest 4 or latest 5 from top.
Okay. And also you use the flag called -hard. So what is the
hard reset hard? Actually, there are different types of resets. We don't use or we don't go to that extent. Generally, reset hard, if you have idea, that is enough. Like I said, this is not a regular basis command. Okay, we don't use it on regular basis. Just when you are very sure you want to clean up your repository, you don't need all of them, you go for it. But there are other types of resets, right? So you can also have idea of them. Reset is an advanced concept and there will be a lot of confusion over this. I would like to just give you a brief about other resets also, if you are interested. This is not required, but just to give you some idea so that when you are referring or when you have to talk about it in the interview, they won't ask this, but still maybe, right? Let me give you this chart, which helps the concept simple, which helps you understand this concept easily. Otherwise, there'll be a lot of confusion about this resets. Let me give you. That's a hard reset where your changes will be gone. This is, let's talk about the changes from working directory, staging area, and local repository. We were talking about hard reset. When you do hard reset, your changes are gone from everywhere permanently. That's why you can't get them back. Your changes are wiped off from everywhere. There are also other types of resets like soft reset, and mix it. Command is same. Instead of hard, you put soft or mixed. Okay, soft reset means your changes will be wiped off from local repository, but your changes are still in the staging area. If your changes are in the staging area, can you get them back to local? How to get them back to local from staging?
Yes, we can get that.
Commit by committing.
Commit, that's all. So yes, you can get the changes back. Also, in mixed, your changes will be wiped off or gone from local repository, staging area, but your changes will be here. How to get the changes back if they are in the working directory? Can you get them back?
Add.
Yes, by we can add that.
Add. Exactly. You'll get here and then commit. So those are the different types of resets. We will never use any type of reset, like I already said, very rarely. And this reset you will do for local repository only, this type of resets, not on remote and all, and very rare. But still, like if anyone want to check your in-depth concepts in Git, this chart, if you remember, you will not have any confusions. I don't want you to go for other further confusions on this. So this chart will help you. That's about the reset. Clear with the
PPT, what is
reset?
the
Hmm.
what is the why do we require reset? Because it is going to destroy the lot of commits. Or
Like I said, right, you are having a project. Let's say you have developed it from 2 weeks. It's still in your local. Then the requirement got completely changed. You realize you don't need these 7 or 6 commits. You don't need them at all. Requirement is totally changed. So you don't want to maintain the history for that as well. In that case, if you are sure you don't need them at all, and if it is in your local, in that case, you don't want to maintain a log history for that, right? Which changes are unnecessary, absolutely unnecessary. So if you have that clarity, at that point, you can do reset.
but in case it's another question, but it is. But if the changes are gone to the remote, in that case, it's very difficult, right?
That's what you should not do it for remote changes. These are for local. That's what I'm saying. When you are having these changes in local, if you are sure you don't need them, only local changes, you can do reset.
Yeah.
But
And,
like I said, it's very destructive. Tell me.
Yeah. And regarding git revert, here you selected only one commit. Can we select multiple commits and revert?
No, one revert at a time.
Only one commit, right? Only one.
One commit at a time. Yes, one commit ID at a time. Yeah.
Thank
you. And also one more question: when we perform a revert from local repository, whether it will come back to the staging area or working directory?
Local repository. See, revert is generating a commit ID. You will get a commit ID when your changes are added to local repository. When you are reverting, your changes will be there in the local repository. Here, here in the third part, in the local repository.
Okay.
Right? Any more questions?
Yeah. How can we revert from middle if
Any
we
revert
if we
ID.
wanted to give it? Any
Revert is same. Yeah, revert is same. Git revert, commit ID, any commit ID. This
So if
is
I
where
do probe
any
in between, and then what will happen when the change is done about that?
Git revert, you give this commit ID. Okay. If you have any dependent commit IDs, it will give you the text. It depends on what commit you are reverting, how the changes were dependent on. It will guide you with the steps. Means whenever you do revert, it will ask you to do add or commit. It will guide you with the steps. You have to proceed accordingly.
Can you show from middle in that second file?
We'll do that. I don't want to disturb this log. I want to have this. We'll do it. Meanwhile, take this an assignment. Try from your end, right? Do revert any random ID from your end. And if you're stuck up or if you need any clarity, send those on the screenshot, right? And in the next class, I'll show you if you still have questions on it.
If we perform reverse option from local repository, it won't get to working directory.
Can you please come again with your question?
If we
Mm.
apply revert option in the local repository, means some action is performed. Then it will the update will go to working directory or staging.
Local repository. See, you are reverting the commit ID. Okay. See, you are reverting, let me tell you, you are reverting this particular ID. Firstly, this ID is generated means it's a commit. Where are these changes? File modified.
Yeah,
Where is this change?
Yeah,
Working directory, staging area, local.
Local repository.
Local repository. When you revert it, all of them will be removed from the local repository. All of them will be reverted actually. And another commit ID is generated means you are undoing the changes and again committing it.
Okay.
You are undoing it in the local repository and also that undo is being committed when you revert.
Got it.
You see, you do the hands-on ones, you'll get a clarity on it. You are listening now, you are trying to understand. After the session, do the hands-on, run the commands from your end. You will see them, you'll have more visibility there. You can visualize the things better. You'll get clarity, right? Try doing hands-on. So these are the things we have discussed today. Particularly today we have discussed about, let me just jot down the things we have discussed till now today. We have discussed about diff commands, diff and git diff stage. This is to check whether the file is having stage changes or unstaged changes and all. And then we have seen about git ignore, right? To ignore certain files, to exclude certain files from version controlling by git, we'll use git ignore. Then we have discussed about git revert and git reset. Reset, we have the hard reset, soft and mix, but hard reset, if you understand, that's good. So today you do the hands-on completely on whatever we have discussed. Also, apart from it, try 2 assignments for today apart from the discussion. We have done git reset hard. Try the soft reset as well. And also mixed reset from your end. Also, try reverting any random commit ID. Right, I want you to take up these 3 as an additional assignment for today. Right, once you are thorough with the concepts, by the end of the Git sessions, I'll also share you the scenario based questions on Git. Okay, complete hands-on will do. Don't worry about whether we'll be doing hands-on on the scenario. This is, see, Git concepts are same whether you apply it on dummy files or Terraform files or manifest files, just the file name changes there. Once we learn Git, we are going to step into Jenkins, Kubernetes, and so on. There we'll be using this Git throughout the course, okay, for all the files. So before using it, before you jump into a project and start using Git, first learn Git. Then we'll do that, okay? So these are the things we have discussed today. Go through the recording, do the hands-on again, and also take up those 3 additional things I have given. Okay, that's for assignment till today. Now let's get into another very important and the real concept called branching in Git, which is very important and mandatory. Okay, this is the one we use in reality. What is branching in Git? Yeah, let's try to understand the concept of branch. I don't know if you have noticed or not, till now, whenever you are doing Git status, right, you might have seen here something like on branch master. Even here also it was showing like master branch. What is this branch? What is this master branch? Isn't it? So let's try to understand this concept of branching. See, whenever you create a Git local repository, a branch called master will be created by default. This is called the default branch or main branch, whatever you call it. Okay, whenever you create a repository, automatically this branch will be created. That's the first thing. Next thing, like what is this branch? See, branch is like a virtual copy of your repository. Like I have my repository, local repository. You can consider master as a virtual copy. And why do you need it? Let me tell you. Imagine it's a virtual copy or it's like a folder. Okay, this is the master branch. Now, whatever files you created till now I may create some bunch of files of 2 files or whatever. Let's say file 1, file 2 I have created on this master branch. Imagine master is like a virtual copy of your repository. Now, there was some requirement from client, functional requirement 1. Let's say you are a developer or DevOps person, you are making some Terraform changes for this requirement. You have made some EC2 instance with Terraform, whatever. You have made some changes in this file. You have got another requirement. Okay, let's say functional requirement 2. Okay, client came up with another requirement. Again, you need to modify the same files, but this is another requirement. Let's say you have to create some load balancer with a Terraform, whatever. So even these changes also I'm placing in the same master branch, file to file. Files are same, but let's suppose functional requirement changes for different, this requirement changes for different. Every change I'm keeping in the same master branch. After some couple of months or couple of days, I could not identify which changes are for requirement 2 or which changes are for requirement 1. Am I correct? Yeah, I can't distinguish them. Also, another thing is, let's suppose this requirement 1 has to be pushed for this September release. Means I want to push them to remote for September. This is for the next release, maybe for October. How do I push them separately to remote? Files are same, changes were different, right? Means how do you maintain the versions? These are releases or versions, isn't it? How do you maintain different releases or how do you maintain different versions? Isn't it? So also how to keep your changes organized. Not only that, let's say this requirement is being used by one developer 1. This is by another developer or DevOps person, whoever it is. How do you manage it? So rather than placing all the changes in the same master branch, okay, let's say you are working for one requirement here, right? Let's create a copy of this master branch, right? Let's say I'll create a copy of the master branch, means I'm creating another branch, which is a copy of master, give some name like feature branch or whatever. In reality, it may be something like feature branch, right? If it is for any feature development and all. So when you create a copy, yes, you'll get everything from master. All the commits, all the files from master will be copied. But once it is created, from then they work like two parallel entities. Means whatever changes you make on master will not be visible to feature branch, and whatever changes you make to feature will not be visible here. What is the advantage? Let's suppose here you can work for one requirement, let's say feature functional requirement 1, here requirement 2. So your changes are better organized, they were segregated, means it allows parallel development. There might be multiple modules in the project, right? It allows parallel development, it allows releases. This could be released for August, this may be going for December or whatever, right? Or else you may use them for like different versions. These are all the advantages, right? So that's the importance of branching. You can create any number of branches, right? Actual scenario is, in reality, master branch will be for production. We don't make any changes on master. Rather, you create some branch from master, you make your changes here, right? If they were doing good, let's suppose, okay, this is doing good, you may later on merge it to the actual branch, master branch. Actually, how you maintain these branches, that's a separate concept. We'll discuss those branching strategies. Just first understand the branch. What is the concept of branch? Branch means you can create a branch from the parent branch and you'll get a complete copy. Later on, they work like two parallel entities. You may use this branch for multiple purpose. Like if you want a new feature, you don't want to mess up master, you can create a separate branch, develop here. Or else you want to maintain separate environments, like you may have a separate branch for development, you may have a separate branch for prod, stage, and so on. That's one thing, one reason. Or else there might be some bug fixes, you want to immediately push them. Create a separate branch for bug fixes. Okay, make the changes and push it. That could be another reason. Or else to maintain the releases or versions, to allow parallel development by multiple developers. Even there also you can do this. So that's a concept of branch. Branches can be two types. It could be a permanent branch or temporary branch. Permanent branch means to maintain environments. If you want to maintain multiple environments, you may have separate branch for dev, separate branch for prod and all. Or else you just want to make modifications, you don't want to mess up the original one. You may create a branch, work on it. If it is working fine, merge it to this one, like actual original one, and delete this temporary branch. It is like a draft kind of. So when do you create a permanent, when do you create a temporary, all of that you will understand. But this is the concept of branch. Let me explain you in layman terms. If you want me to simplify this further, let me tell you. Suppose I have some project here. Okay, let's suppose this is the one. Okay, guest book. Now, this is the, let's say, okay, this is the code. Or else let me give you very simple example. Let's say I'm writing some story. Okay, this is here. I just have got an idea, like I have two endings, or I want to have two endings. Like I got an idea to have two climaxes. Rather than messing up this one, I could make a copy of it. Right? So this is a copy. One second. Okay, this is the one. This is the one. So I can write here a different code, or else I can write a different climax here different. So two versions of the same story, right? Or two versions of the code, right? It might be a feature branch, it might be a bug fixes, whatever it is. I'm not messing up this one. So I may release it as two versions. Publisher may publish both of them as two stories, or else let's suppose at the end I don't like it, right? Or else this is better than the original. I will just move this to the original folder, right? See, it was a copy, but if I make any changes in this copy, will it be automatically visible on the original one? Unless you copy it back?
No, no.
The same is the concept of branch. When you create a branch, yes, it's a copy from here. Later on, they work like two parallel entities. You may use them like two versions, or else you may use it like a draft. Once it is all done, you may put it back to the original one and delete this, or else you may release them as two separate versions. It all depends. Got the concept now? So that is the concept of branch. Default branch. Master is the default branch. When you create reports, you have it. Whatever changes you make here are visible or available on master. Whatever changes we have done till now. But now let's suppose I just want to make another entity. You can create a branch from here. See, whenever you do
Every time we
status.
create a new branch, that will be a copy of the master branch, and after that, they works as a different entity.
You can create branch from any other branch, not only from master. As of now, I have master, so I'll create from master. You can create branch from any other branch later on. Later on, my repository may have multiple branches, right? You can create branch from any other parent branch and merge it to any other branch you need. Okay, just let me commit all the changes here. Git commit -a-m all changes before I create branches. Let me just keep it clean. Okay, it was asking me to add git add dot git ignore. All right, so it was all clean now. Let me check the log of master. I just want to go with a simple log, okay? Like let's say I just want these two commits. I'm just get rid of everything. Git reset hard this commit ID. Okay, only two commits I want to have. I just need simple log. Okay, fine. Now my master branch is having two files, file 1, file 2, and two commits. This is the log. Now, if you want to see all the branches, you have a command called git branch. Only one branch it was showing, and I'm also on master branch. Fine. Now, if you want to create a branch, git branch -b, give some name. I'm giving b1 branch master. Means this is the syntax: git branch -b, child branch and parent branch. So git branch. Okay, that's all. No need of -b. So git branch, child branch, and parent branch. Okay, B1 is created, but how do you know? You can check the branch command, git branch. See, B1 is there, but asterisk, the star symbol shows that you are on master. You can switch to the branches, like you imagine them like a virtual folders. Okay, copy of your repositories. Okay, now I would like to go to B1. How to do that? Git checkout B1. Checkout will help you switch the branch. Git checkout B1. See, it says you switch to B1. Also here the prompt says you are on B1. Also git branch command shows the asterisk on B1. So you are on B1 branch. You can further confirm with the status command. See here on branch B1, right? Everything is same, the same concept, add, commit, everything is same. Right, with respect to any branch, the concepts remain same. And if you want, you can check the log also. Also, ls means files of B1. Okay, log means log of B1. Everything, whatever commands you run are said to be applicable now on B1 branch. See, like I said, files were copied, the commit history were copied. But now whatever changes you make on B1 will not be seen on master and vice versa. Okay, let me create some file here. Okay, I'm creating a file called file3.txt. I'm giving the line as file on B1. Okay, what should we do? Same story. See, but on branch B1, untracked, what should we do?
Yeah.
Add it. Okay, then git commit -m, let's say on B1, something like this. New commit on B1, done. It was saying, it should say it was clean. Git status tells us it's clean. ls, 3 files. Git log, 3 commits. Now tell me, okay, there were 3 files and 3 commits. Do you think this third file is available on master and this third commit is available on master? Do you think so?
No.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's confirm. Let's go to master. How to switch to master branch?
Git checkout.
You can also check this way. Git log one line will show the log of B1 because you are on B1. Or else you can also check this way. Okay, you put the branch name here. It shows log of master still too. Yeah, that way also you can check. Or else let's check out. Let's go to master. Okay, see? At the back end you can see files also. ls. File 3 is not there. Log. Log will anyway show the log of master because I'm on master. See? Only 2 comments. Like it's working like 2 parallel, 2 separate, 2 different entities. Isn't it? So that's the importance of branching. This is really helpful, right? In the projects. Like I'm saying, I have created B1 branch, right? It would be a develop branch. It would be a release branch, right? It might be a branch for master or staging area. You may maintain branches for each environment, or else you may maintain branches for a feature. Let's say I want to develop a new feature. I don't want to mess up this. I would create a branch, give some name, develop there, put it back. That also we'll see how to put it back. Okay, we'll also put some proper names also as we go by. Okay, so this is the concept of branch. Now, okay, fine. Let's say B1 is having some changes. Let's suppose B1 is created. I have created B1 because let's say I have some changes that I want to use it like a draft. Okay, like a temporary purpose. And I'm done. Now I want to merge it to the actual branch. Means how to integrate changes from B1 to master. What is that called as? How do you integrate changes from one branch to another? Like file 3 is there, that commit is there. I want to put them back to master. How to do that?
Merging.
That is called, yeah, merge. Merging, branching and merging, which are very important. Right now, I want to merge from B1 to master. How to do that? And the command or the syntax is git merge source branch and the destination branch. Source means from which branch you want to bring the changes, isn't it? So I want to bring the changes from git merge. What is the source branch? What is the source branch here?
B1.
B1. And what is the destination?
Master.
Right? So git branch, it was saying updating fast forward means automatic merge happened, right? You got the file 3. Now if you do ls, yes, it has got the file 3. Also, if you check the log of master, 3 commits. Also, you can check the log of B1 by giving the branch name here B1. So everything is same. That's how you merge it. And it is automatic merge or fast forward merge. But whenever you merge, there might be conflicts also. That is like a merge with conflicts. How do you resolve? That's again another advanced concepts. Why do you get a conflict is explains you what happens at the back end. Okay, we shall look into that in the next session. Do hands-on till this part and also go through this quiz. I'm sharing it up here. Before that, any questions you can go ahead.
After merge, we can revert again.
You
if we
can.
want.
Yes,
Okay.
see, this is just committed here.
Revert.
You revert this one, you revert this ID. Yes, you can. Any more questions? These are very important concept. Okay, one should be very thorough with this. Here is the quiz. Please go through it now. There might be some questions which are not yet covered. Those will be covered tomorrow. But still, to have better idea, like you can just memorize the concept name and all, which will be covered tomorrow. Just go through it and finish. Whichever questions are not yet covered, you just try to think and analyze from your end and answer it. This revision will help you every day so that you can reiterate the things. That will register better. Meanwhile, any questions you have, you
Yeah,
can
good
ask
morning,
me.
ma'am. Ma'am, I'm from non-IT. Till now, what I have understood is that, correct me if I'm wrong, ma'am, if we consider developer, he will be having a editor, like in this case a VS editor, okay, and he will be writing his code on this editor, and he will be integrating that VS with Git, okay, that basically helps in the version controlling. The version controlling in the sense he might have the various versions of his code, okay, and along with that, that will be helping him in merging with the multiple branches and all the things. Similarly, DevOps will be writing his as you said, the Terraform scripts or the Ansible scripts using this editor, and by using the Git, he will be version controlling his scripts and all, and that goes similar to the tester. Is how it is, how it works in the real time, huh?
Yes, correct. Yes. I have shared the link in the chat window. I'm sharing the Zoom link again. I mean, sorry, the quiz again. Have you all got the link now?
No, where did you share that?
In the Zoom chat. In the Zoom chat.
Now we got it.
Yeah. Haribabu, you can reach out to Raj on this WhatsApp number for payment link and for registration. I'm sharing his number also on the chat window. Got the link, everyone? The Zoom link. Meanwhile, I'm sharing his number. This is the number, contact number to register. Any more questions? And yeah, Tomorrow onwards, this Zoom link will change. You can get in touch with Ras for further details and updates. And once registered today, by the end of the day, a separate WhatsApp group will be created for all the registered students to share your questions and to get in sync with the classes and everything. And once registered, you will get access to all the quiz portals, like all the complete quiz, the interview questions, and hands-on commands, everything of which are available on the Google Drive. Haribabu, have you got the details? Yes, please tell me.
WhatsApp group also will get changed, no?
Yes, means for registered students, there'll be a separate WhatsApp group. This WhatsApp group will be still there for the group will be there, but
Hello.
another WhatsApp group will be created for the queries.
Hello, Preeti.
Means for the registered students. Yes, please tell me.
Yes, I am a Manish. Do you have any provision to backend classes? Because I am
Backend
working
classes in the sense?
Saturday, Sunday.
No, Manish, we are having recordings. That's why we are providing class recordings. If you miss any class, you will get the class recording on daily basis. You can go through them, watch it, and get back to me for queries. Like in the next class, you can come with the queries, or in the WhatsApp group. That's why a dedicated WhatsApp group will be created with all the registered students, where you can directly interact with me.
No, Preeti, actually, I am in training period. That time, my job timing is 9:30 to 6:30. That's why I'm asking if
Separate classes or backup classes will not be provided, Manish. That's why we are providing recordings. There were many students in this batch, and every batch, people from different time zones were there. People from UK were there, Australia were there. They watch the recordings and get in touch with me for clarifications. If they can't make up to the session, any particular session, if they can't make up, or else there are people who completely they were passive students, passive audience, I can say, like they were not in the live session, but they will watch the recordings. That's how it works. There will be no separate sessions because Saturday and Sunday will be
I am not
dedicated.
asking a separate session. I am asking about weekend classes. If you have, do you have any
You
provision?
mean another batch for weekend? No, Manish, we don't have anything for weekend. As I'm also working professional, I'm not working on weekend. Weekend students also will do complete hands-on, revise the things. That's all. I'm not having any sessions on weekend.
Okay.
Any other questions from anyone?
Preeti, the changes which is there in staging area, to get it back to, to revert that, we are going to use other command, right? Git -cache.
Git restore we can use. Yeah, restore command we can use. I can show you tomorrow. Also, whoever attending the class today, I'm sorry, Nagraj, is that your question or are you asking something else?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Also, whoever attended today, join the WhatsApp group which is available for getting in touch or to get any other information. You can join the current WhatsApp group, everyone.
Okay.
For having a new link or for any other further information, everyone join the current WhatsApp group. And tomorrow the new link will be there for the registered students. You can get in touch with Ras. His number I have shared here. Go through the quiz. How many of you have submitted it? Completed anyone or still doing it?
I have submitted yesterday, Preeti.
Yeah, yesterday's I got it. Today's, please go through it. I'll be there for a couple of minutes. Please complete it. See, if you do it in the class, you will do without fail. That's why I'm sharing in the last few minutes. In few days, you'll be used to it so that you can take up from your end also. Tell me.
Ma'am, any other timings other than this?
No, Vinay, sorry. Actually, no. Like I said, I'm working professional. I have calls and my office begins from 9:30 or 10. So, and till evening it may be. So I will not be having any classes other timings. Completely from 6 to 9, I have the session.
Oh.
Please check your rating, or check your marks points in the quiz. Okay. Also revisit them, retake them. That's the importance of it. You can retake and like after reading, okay, learn the concepts, read them, okay, do some hands-on, then take up and retake. Then come back and retake, so that you can improve and register the concepts better.
Some of the questions we have no idea on this one. It's a random that we want to select.
Yes, those questions will be covered. Like I already said, there will be definitely some questions which will be out of topic, which will be discussing on the coming up days. The idea of giving you those questions is you may explore and answer, or else you can think with whatever knowledge you have, and also you register them in your mind, which will be discussed the next day.
Yeah, that's sure.
Yes, Avinash, there will be questions which are out of topic.
Do you teach Linux full-length course now?
Linux will be taught, whichever is required for us for DevOps, that will be taught. Even shell scripting will be taught, right? Whichever is required for us as a DevOps person.
Hi, ma'am. In the first session, you have shown me that there is some architecture diagram that we are going to implement it. So
yes, CI/CD pipeline are you talking about?
Yes, ma'am. So only one CI/CD pipeline. You said three, right? Three things we can cover it in this course, correct?
On 3 projects.
3 projects.
On 3 projects, multiple CI/CD pipelines will be covered. Like I can say more than 10 as well, because see, first pipeline would be integration with Docker. Then next step will be integrating it with the Kubernetes. Then we'll be integrating Terraform also in the pipeline, then Ansible. So this pipeline will be keep on modifying, keep on enhancing. It depends. It's not that everyone should integrate Terraform in the pipeline. It depends on the use case and all. So I can tell these are all different pipelines. Where to use which pipeline, which tool to integrate, all of that we'll discuss. Okay. Yes, I got responses of quiz from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 participants. Few of them done very well and few of them are good. So you can keep improving by retaking. And even these quiz will be reiterated further, like we'll be adding up and we'll be modifying them further as we go by. Total number of duration of this course, it will be 2 months duration, Avinash. Yes, Gopi Krishna, recordings will be available for registered students from tomorrow. Today's session will be available, but from tomorrow only for registered students. And Vamsi, I have already shared one number. Have you got that number? Contact number? I have shared the number in the Zoom chat.
Yeah, Preeti, I just received.
Right. All right then. All right then, that's all from my end for today. Thank you all. For any further questions, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp or you can connect with the number I have shared in the Zoom chat. See you all tomorrow. Thank you all once again. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.